Friends, hello and welcome back. Hopefully everyone is having a lovely day. So NHL 24, it's creeping a little bit closer by the day. And for me personally, there's a lot of things, especially I'm sitting here, we're in June, playing Diamond Dynasty for about 3 months now, as long as I've been playing baseball, to be quite honest. But it's like, man, we play a game mode like Diamond Dynasty, you think, okay, let's talk hockey ultimate team, let's talk Wishlist, let's talk some things that could really get you dying to play this game some more. Now, a lot of people still love the game mode. A lot of people play it all the time. Me personally, I've played it so many years. It's like sometimes you gotta spice it up a little bit, change some things up, and get back into it a little bit. And personally, I think there's a lot of potential there. So we're gonna talk wish list today. But first thing I want to talk about, let's talk about a couple of things I think EA's done really well. I mean, let's talk about first of all, I know it's not in game or anything, but it kind of is a little personal thing for me. Is I think EA's top of the line, or NHL, the EA NHL team, we should say, is top of the line. I don't think there's a better team out there when it comes to card design. I think they have some of the nastiest card designs out there. They're always clean, they're always fresh. I love them. I think they do it the right way. Like they have the, you have the team building sets. I think those cards are filthy where they're master items, but then your base items, you kind of go through it all and it's more of a mugshot design, which is like, for me personally, it's not as desirable, but that's the point, right? You got the master item, the more desirable, the cool looking card, and then you have the lower tier cards. Like, hey, you can have it if you want. Work your whip, the cool looking one. I think every single event we've seen, they've had nice cards. And I think, again, personally, I like it. I like having a fresh looking team, fresh looking cards. Look at my team. It's an extra neat thing to have. Another thing I really liked is we're seeing more and more progression with the team building sets. We've been a big advocate of bringing team collections back to this game for a very long time. Still, I'd personally like to be able to collect every single player, make those big dogs worth something, lock them into the set. You don't have to lose the players, but lock them into the set and give us something valuable. I've always loved that idea. That's just a personal preference. I know some people not as big fan, but I do think in general, though, they're going in the right direction. We're saying you can continuously upgrade these team building players throughout the season because, the beginning when it is like, oh, it's an 89 or an 88, and it's like it's irrelevant not too long down the road because the speed wasn't high enough or the card wasn't good enough. But I like how they've been progressing with it, and they've stuck with the team building sets the entire season, and they've continued to make them better and better. Where now we're up to 98 overalls, and again, sick looking cards. So I like it. I like where they're going. I think they're trending in the right direction in the team building sets. Let's talk about things I'd like to see improved, though. First and foremost, for me, it's like one thing. It always sticks out. Give me a leaderboard, please. I just want one little thing. Just one little thing. It's such a game changer to me. I think, most of us will agree here. We're competitive players. If you wanted to play unranked games that didn't count, well, you could play them. That's great. But, point of the ranked, it's just like a championship, part of making the qualifiers. You're the best of the best. You want to be able to see your friends' records. You want to be able to see your own record. You want to see your online record. You want to see people's plays record. It's a competitive game mode. Again, we don't watch sports. It'd be like watching hockey and not having a standings, not having records, And to me, that's crazy. So please just add that back. Add being able to view leaderboards, view your friends' teams, and just the small stuff like that went so far. Because again, competitive person. Not only do I want to have a good record, want to see how my friends are doing, but I want to be able to look at my friends' teams whenever I want and be like, let's see how John or Ed or Eric or Ron or William, let's see Bill or Sarah, I don't know. Let's see how they're doing. Let's see how their team looks. Because to me, building an ultimate team is, again, building the best possible team. And when you kind of have your friends, your little inter-competition, it drives you a little bit more to play the game, drives you a little bit more to want to build a good team. So it's a small feature, I think, a little small feature that can be added. It's a little thing. Not a big thing. It's just a little thing that can add a little extra motive to playing the game mode, personally, I think. Let's get to some juicy stuff. First of all, again, props to EA. I thought it was good. It was a good change of pace when they said, all right, let's give low overalls. You have to earn, you have to unlock the players, you have to upgrade them as the game progresses, whatever. You put collectibles in, okay, you put coins in, whatever, to progressively upgrade the overalls. I thought that was a neat addition. I thought that was a cool feature, but I think it's one of those things that its life cycle was very short-lived before it got tiresome. I think it gets tiresome where you're like, every time you look, you need 6 collectibles, 7 collectibles, 8 collectibles, 9 collectibles to obtain these players upgrades every single event. There ain't an event you can do it. Just go out there and like, all right, sweet, let me have that player, and here I am. And I think, again, I like the idea. If you want to start with the base card 86, I just think it needs tinkering. You have to drive the game to make people want to play the game. And here's the thing, maybe this makes a little bit more sense in the eyes of EA and everybody. If you want to make the money, you want people to buy packs, I get it. But if the whole entire game mode's driven around buying packs or being really freaking good at the game and getting good rewards in ranked seasons, that means you're either going to be really good at the game playing this competitively, or you're going to buy packs. And you're not going to spend a lot of time on the game if all you do is buy packs. Make it a game mode where you want to have people constantly playing the game mode, constantly working, constantly grinding. Make it where the players are obtainable by playing the game. Please and thank you. You want to start in 86? That's great. All right, you want to be in 87? 50 goals in online ranked games, 25 assists, 100 points, 10 shutouts. Or, you create like a program thing where it's like you want to start at an 86, you want to get the master that's a 95, collect all the 86ers, go through the program, go through the moments, go through the games, go through the challenge, whatever it is. Maybe you have to score 500 goals or 100 goals in a program, or 25 assists with this player or this team's players, or whatever you have to do. And you progressively go through it by playing the game. You can unlock the players by playing the game. And you progressively go on and on to obtain those players. You can always have the fancy players. You can always have the stud players that are available in packs. You're always going to have people that want to buy packs. The people that buy packs now are probably going to buy them all the time. They enjoy the thrill of buying packs. They enjoy the thrill of possibly buying or pulling a really good player worth a lot of coins that you can sell for a profit, buy anybody you want. There's also going to be the people that don't ever want to buy packs, or they don't have the budget to buy packs. And once they have a hard time acquiring some of these players, they kind of lose the motive and the drive to play the game, because it feels like a constant never-ending grind of doing the same repetitive thing. So when you add these programs, you add these moments, you add these goals to say, let's obtain players. And I think, once again, it incentivizes people to play the game. And I'll tell you one thing, again, I really learned from MLB The Show is, my friends will tell you, when it comes to gaming these days, my attention span can be a little short sometimes. A lot shorter than it used to. I could sit on this game 12 hours a day back in the day. Now it's like sometimes I struggle with an hour, sometimes two, sometimes a full game. But one of the beauties of another thing I'd like to see them do is do something with solo challenges. Solo challenges should be like a mini season, because that's essentially what it is. You're forced to play the full game. You're forced to play the 2-minute periods, forced to play the 1-minute periods. It's a mini season. Challenges or moments or whatever you want to call them. Challenges would be, all right, you got to score 3 goals. You have to have 5 hits and 10 shots, whatever. The second you do that stuff, game's over. You don't have to sit in this game any longer. You have to drag it out, complete the moments. You're down a goal, you have to score a goal, tie the game. Or you're tied, you have to score the game, win a goal, or win the shootout. That would be challenges. When it's over, it's over. And I think the beauty of something like that is that, there's some days, and I'm sure when I'm not the only one, you get home, maybe you only have like 10 minutes. Maybe you just don't feel like playing the game a lot. It's like, okay, I can jump on one of these challenges real quick, work towards unlocking this, this 88 overall master player, or from this, challenge program kind of deal. And that's it. Or maybe there's days where you just feel like playing a quick game. Maybe you feel like playing a couple quick games, and it's like, all right, we can go into, again, the mini seasons. Or there's days you're feeling competitive. You're really feeling at it. Let's play the longer game. Let's play the full game. We can jump into some hot rivals, ranked or whatever, champions. And I think, again, having that addition is a big W for NHL. But again, for me personally, it's felt this way since the hot collectibles. When you get to the 90s and even like 5, 6, 7 of these collectibles, it really feels monetized. It feels like I'm being monetized. It feels like I'm just trying to get these collectibles to make way, as opposed to, and again, it's just the vibe it gives off that can make a difference. Maybe it's just me, compared to saying, okay, you play these games, unlock this stuff to get these players, to get these upgrades and whatever. It feels like it feels a lot different. We're playing a game. We're not playing the casino, the roulette wheel, whatever. I think that's the thing for me, is we get on an NHL to grind to play, just like club, or playing club, or playing franchise, or playing be a pro, like we're playing to get better, or playing to grow a pro. If we was playing be a pro, and the only way you could grow to make it to the NHL was getting some collectibles, it'd probably feel different than playing through the AHL. Another thing, I thought Hot Rush was a brilliant addition to the game. I thought Draft Champions was kind of a great addition too. I think the problem came with the execution. I think, again, we talked about a little bit ago, having these different styles of game modes where you're not forced to play the same repetitive 5v5 ranked 20-minute periods, 3 periods, or the same 2-minute solo challenge against the computer over and over again. You bring in Hot Rush, a 3v3, an arcade style game, a quick paced game, a different style of hockey, to where you can just kind of mix it up when you feel like changing things, maybe kicking back and relaxing a little bit, playing the computer, laying the body down, doing a couple of dekes, getting fancy out there. Different pace where you can still work towards your ultimate team, still achieve goals, still achieve rewards. Again, the issue becomes where you could play this game for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours on end, and your best reward is, stuff like players packs. There is a mega pack at the end of this one, but it's like, wow, all of these awards, and they're untradeable, and you're really grinding this mode. Again, I think it's one of those things I get it, I guess, No, I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't understand the untradeable thing for this. Like, there's a lot of grinding, there's a lot of play, and people earn rewards. But I think it's one of those things. Again, if you're going to do it that way, okay, give me players. Give me players. When I get 10 million points, I earn, like a 90 overall or 91 over, depending on the time of the year. Obviously, it doesn't have to be top notch, but let's say beginning of the year, best player's an 89. Your season one can be like an 87 player or an 88, because that's probably going to go farther or be better than what all those rewards were, because, how the pack luck can be. It's very hit or miss. And if you want to have the packs, sure. But again, why not make them tradable? They're very low tier packs. It's a couple coins here now that can be made. It's not like they're guaranteeing you some 80. I know some people have better pack luck than others, but for the most part, a lot of time those packs are quick sell. So it's like, all right, let them have some base packs. Let them have some 75k or 7,500 coin packs, 1,500 coin packs, whatever, 15,000 coin packs, whatever. Mix them in there. But they're kind of earned. You've been playing the game. You've been grinding the game. So I just think, again, Hut Rush, lots of potential. The execution, if you change it up a little bit, it can be very promising. And I think that's the story of Hockey Ultimate Team. There's a lot of good modes in this. There's a lot of good things to like about Hockey Ultimate Team. It's just, again, the reminder that we all get on this game to play the game. And I think that's where the execution and the change up of things can be. Make it a reward to play this game. Make it a reward to upgrade your players from playing the game, not from buying collectibles and buying packs. That's my thing. I think that keeps people in the game longer. I loved, one thing we missed, I love that they kept the overalls lower this season. I was a big fan of that. I thought that was a big W by EA this season, where you didn't have all these 99s flying around easy. It kept you wanting to grind, kept you wanting to play, because you kept seeing the players slowly get better. I thought that was a big win by them this season. I love that they did that. Like I said, they're making changes, making some good ones. A couple more this season. Hockey Ultimate Team looking promising. Love you guys' thoughts. Love you guys' wish list. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.